Hey all, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, and today I have something a little risky to show you. I have been farming Kaiba with a different deck. Now, this deck, do not expect it to work more than half the time. If you're lucky, half the time you're going to be getting a successful farm. And if you do, you're going to be getting like 7,000, 8,000 points because of the bonus duel rewards, which is why I decided to kind of take a crack at it. And thankfully I did, and I got one Econ and one Champion's Vigilance. Now I have two of each of those in my personal collection. Now this is a deck that is for people who do not have Dimension Gate. Now the Paradox Brothers are coming back at the end of this month, or mid of this month or something like that. And at that point, hopefully I will be able to get 2 more Dimension Gates so I can have a set of 3. But for now I wanted to farm Kaiba just a little bit. I don't have those gates, and I don't want to use my SR tickets for just those gates because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get 1 or 2 more back before the end of this month. So at the end of the month, then I'll decide if I need to use my tickets to get those cards. But we have the bonus duel points, so I thought now's a better time than ever to try it. So I was scouring the internet a little while ago, looking for some level 40 farms to take advantage of this opportune time, and I had found one on Yugi Decks. I'll have the link down below, and I searched up Kaiba farming decks level 40. So here is the deck that I found, and I have not tweaked this deck at all. It is exactly the deck that this fine gentleman, Tony's, has posted. And that once again is capital T-O-N-Y-C. That's where I found this deck. And it's a very interesting deck, and it actually works quite well to counter a lot of what Kaiba's deck is focused around. So Reinforcements is the skill, and that's with Joey, that allows you to move your Kaiba man to your hand. When you take 1800 points of damage or more, you can shuffle 1 card back from your hand to your deck and add 1 random warrior type monster. So that's how you get your Kaiba man a little bit quicker. We also have Blue Dragon Summoner. So Blue Dragon Summoner, when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 dragon, warrior, or spellcaster normal monster from your deck to your hand, which is your Blue Eyes. So you're fighting Kaiba Blue Eyes with Blue Eyes. This is a very good card. You could also add in some Champion's Vigilances, but in a farm deck like this, I think there's not that much space for that. Also, you're farming Kaiba, so it's not really the best to make a video about a Kaiba farm deck that uses cards you get from farming Kaiba. But the ultimate goal is to get out your Blue Eyes. So once your Blue Eyes out, you're pretty safe. The only way he can take that out is with his Dimensional Warrior, which crashes itself into it. And he will only crash if he won't do lethal damage to himself. So he can only do that about 2 times before he will be at lethal. Plus, if you attack him with the Blue Eyes, that pretty much gets rid of that. And you don't ever want to attack into his face down monsters unless you have some bonus Blue Eyes in your back, or if you have your twin-headed Thunder Dragon out. So twin-headed Thunder Dragon and its Engine of the Thunder Dragons are there is to speed up the deck and able to bring out a fusion monster that's stronger than every one of Kaiba's cards except for his 2 Blue Eyes. So that's why we have the Thunder Dragons in there. And then to stop the enemy controllers, we have 3 Ryoku Fields. So Ryoku Fields, when a spell card that targets exactly 1 monster on the field and no other cards is activated, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. So that's really key. You run 3 of these just to stop the enemy controllers. You want to stop them right away, but a lot of the time your Blue Eyes attacking will trigger him to use his enemy controller to put him into defense position. But if enemy controller tributes one of his monsters to take control of your Blue Eyes, there's almost no chance you have of surviving. So that's why we run 3 of those. So on the final turn, you summon out your Piranha Army. Piranha Army, once again, for everybody who does not know, doubles its damage when it attacks directly. So if you bring this to over 5,000, you'll get over 10,000 damage, which is 3,000 duel reward points. Polymerization is here just for the Thunder Dragon. So you Secret Pass to the treasure. This allows your Piranha Army to attack directly because it is below 1,000 points. And then at that moment, you use Ryoku to take half the attack of the strongest monster on the field and add it to your Piranha Army. And then you gift the Martyr out, the strongest monster on your side of the field, and add it to Piranha Army, and you deal as much damage as you can. Hopefully you have a Blue Eyes or you have a twin-headed Thunder Dragon on your field, because either one of those will bring your monster to over 5,000 using that method. So that's the entirety of the deck. It's very straightforward, and it relies heavily on draw power luck. This is not a 100% farm. I want to make that very clear. And once again, I want to make it very clear that I know that Dimension Gate decks are way more consistent at farming Kaiba. But for everybody who doesn't have Dimension Gate, this is an alternative that you might want to try out. Because really, it is still very much useful to farm Kaiba. A little bit less now, since you're able to use your super rare tickets to buy enemy controllers, champion vigilances, and the other super rare cards that Kaiba would normally have been exclusively able to draw. So I do have one successful farm clip of this, and I have 2 unsuccessful farm clips, so see you at the end of the video. Enjoy. So there you guys have it. This is an option for people who want to farm Kaiba level 40 and don't have Dimension Gate. So take that with a grain of salt. It is not consistent, people. Alright? It's not consistent. But it is an option. Also, a very nice benefit is you might get Last Gamble on your Joey Wheeler. If you successfully farmed and does get you a lot of drops, you could get that drop skill. I already personally have it, so I'm not really too concerned about that right now. But it also is a bonus for the possibility of that. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below and I'll try to alleviate them as quickly as I can to the best of my ability. Hope to catch you on the next one, and as always, peace.